And we're live! Hey everybody, it is Sunday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Descent. Linkara rushing in a little bit to get all this stuff done with. I had to pick up Vega from a thing. There was a Sailor Moon live thing happening in Minneapolis today, so Vega went to that and I had to pick her up from it. So that was fun. But is Descent decent? Yes, it is. So we're finally ready to play Descent. We're finally ready for me to start recording footage for the eventual Descent review later this year. Who knows? Maybe stuff will get delayed even further, so it'll happen in November instead of whenever the heck it's supposed to happen. I can't remember. So, yeah, so sorry we had to start late, but yeah, it was otherwise that or leave Vega alone for an hour or two, so I think it was best I just go and get her.
Smart move, smart move.
Mm-hmm. Because, I'm sorry guys, but I live with her, so it's more important, so she's kind of the most important thing in my life. And as you can see, Atop the Fourth Wall action figures for sale in the pinned message. You too can get this 90s dude. Also just realized I never adjusted the autofocus on the camera. So 1 second, everyone else is going to be quiet. I'll introduce them afterwards. There, now they can talk.
But of course.
Pay extra and you can get this torso of 90s dude, but not the rest of him. Yeah, my desk is a mess right now, just littered with pieces and chunks of action figures. This is part of Mecha right here. Because, of course, I'm printing components as fast as I can. But I'm limited to, like, the two printers. Only one of them does multicolor. And multicolor stuff takes longer. Would you know anything about that, Lotus Prince?
The whole 3D printing thing? I'm afraid not.
Well, fortunately, we also have someone on hand who could possibly help us. Isn't that right, Xandru?
If you have multiple filaments of a device that allows you to do 3D printing and stuff like that, you will get a colored model without painting, question mark?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Also, here's Mecha, a more completed one. Look at that big robot eye there. His big robot hand and black hand. I'll have alternate hands available in the thing, although the although with the coloring being what they are, it's, they're kind of limited by their placement.
It's a miniature. Oh, so it's a miniature awesome arm. Neat.
And of course, yeah, the one, the only, the most handsome of them with his magic gun. I've shipped out some of the orders, and I've still got some more to ship out. It's just stuff takes a while, and this last week has just been a lot of stuff trying to get done, trying to get ready. I did a lot of editing for Quentin, like a half hour of his new 42-hour monster, where he reviewed everything related to the Beverly Hillbillies. I think Green Acres is in there, and what's the other one? Petticoat Junction.
Holy fart.
So he had me spend like aside from the cameos I have in there, as reality destabilizes from all of this stuff. You watch all 42 hours for context. Just like as part of all of that, I edited the portion talking about the Bumpkin Billionaires, which is a British knockoff of the Beverly Hillbillies.
I didn't even know there were a knockoff.
But let's be real here. You aren't here for me. You are here for Descent.
Got outer space.
Are you ready for Descent? Because as the game says, prepare for Descent.
Pretty good, pretty good. Also, ZachFet92 says, "Hey Linkara, I thought of something. If Cain and Abel are part of the dreaming, does that mean Elvira is too?"
Theoretically, I feel like there was probably a reference to Elvira somewhere in there, but like probably didn't like mention her by name just for copyright reasons.
Probably, yeah.
So I hope all of you are having a good evening. Let us begin Descent. We'll swap over here. And of course, okay, there we go. I've had to turn down the volume on stuff just because it is very loud. And I'm going to start recording now. to start recording the footage. We have set it up so that the audio will be on a separate track. There was no way to unfortunately, to get rid of the visuals. So in the eventual actual review, I'm going to be zooming in and, like, cropping all of this just for this footage. So if I die really horribly, you'll know. But, man, you will see some... I mean, this is, 1994, 1985, Parallax Software. We have to save the game, we have to hit, like, Alt F2 or something like that. Like hitting escape just says, do you want to leave the game? Okay, we can actually, we have level select here, because I played through level 1 just as a test run.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Clockwork Soul, time for descent in madness, because I imagine this game might get you raging at some point. Oh, no doubt. Took me forever to figure out how to do inverted control, how to fix the inverted controls. Took me forever to figure out how to get it in not completely full screen around the video and thus screwing with the aspect ratio. Thank you for Lotus Prince's help with that as well.
You're welcome. Also, I'm Lotus Prince. I'm here.
I introduced you earlier. That's why I was saying your name and asking about the 3D printed thing.
You'd bring it up. Also, Captain Avenger says, shall we descend into madness? So
Indeed.
if you combine Captain Avenger's post with Clockwork Souls, then you have one complete sentence in lowercase and one complete descent into madness into uppercase.
Chaos Nightmare for Democracy. Wait, we aren't Helldivers. Indeed, we're a mercenary. But let's actually, why don't we see the story of Descent in all of its text-based glory? Because unfortunately, the first game of Descent does not really... It has cutscenes, but not very many, and it's pretty much all text. How does a live donathon work? How does a live donation work? If you mean the super chats, basically, if you contribute a super chat, we will read off any that you read off. We say your name, we say what you think, and basically you have priority for us to talk to you about. In DXS Rebirth, you only have the 3D parts in correct proportions in 60:9. Only the 2D elements get stretched if you put it in 1080p. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know anything about how to access source ports and different mods and stuff like that. All these different versions of various older games. I am very stupid when it comes to this. Like, if I can play it on GOG, that's the important part. Can I play it on Steam, etc.? So it only works with the super chat. We might see your chat in the regular thing, but since I'm paying attention to the game, we tend to highlight the super chats because they're the ones who paid money for them.
Yeah, they very obviously stand out in the chat with their bright colors and everything.
Yeah. Hey, RNG, you can feel free to join in if you want. At least I can see you play live for the card. Alrighty. So we're gonna do on Rookie because I played this game as a kid and I don't think I ever beat it. And I don't think I ever beat any of the games on my own. I'm gonna have to obviously for the review. Right. But there you go. So we're doing on easy mode here, Rookie. Not super easy mode, but easy mode.
Oh, RNG's just packed up his PC for moving.
Okay. All right, it's our time for our briefing. What is this game about from the Post-Terran Minerals Corporation?
Look at these System Shock 1 opening cutscene graphics.
And apparently our defense robots did not function to specifications. Our Pluto mining stations are now in unknown hands. Worthless bureaucrats, they'd replace us all with robots given half the chance. Briefings are awful. Air is too sterile for human lungs. Endless electric blue schematics sting the eyes. And a suit from Post-Terran whose droning voice would make Armageddon sound boring. They needed me. They had the equipment I needed. Why does this fool keep babbling? I believe this is Dravis, as we'll properly introduce him in Descent 2 and 3. We have an Israeli-made Pyro GX specifically modified for this mission. The Pyro GX is the type of fighter craft we're going to be flying, a.k.a. Vertigo 1. Fine, let me go. Some fighter jocks worship their hardware, but I'm not the religious type. The idiot giving the lecture was practically drooling. The hardware was pretty impressive, though. AV-42 Avenger concussion missiles, pair of AG-435 industrial argon cyanide lasers, illegally modified, just the way those hardware junkies like them. Do I really need to know the serial numbers? You will have multiple objectives on this mission. You mean contradictory objectives, don't you? Destroy all infected mines, keep the invading force from spreading further, but be sure to rescue any survivors. Destroy as many robots as possible, and each one of these objectives is the most important. Why do you have to design this mission by committee?
It's pretty good.
I love how just, like, this entire meeting is just, like, us complaining about how corporations suck.
I just like that, like, it's like, this is, like, your character in-game. It's like, this is a damn FPS. Like, could I just do it?
Let me go and shoot things already. This can only be done by the Material Defender in SITU. The font is really weird here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have an official name. We are known as the Material Defender because we are defending their property.
Also, T-Elite says, but wait, didn't the thumbnail show we were piloting the Vigilant? Think
Yes.
again, buddy. This is Descent.
Well, we're not in Descent 3 yet where we can choose our ship.
Oh, okay.
Translate bureaucraties. They're hosed and I'm the only one who can cut their losses. That's the trouble with working for the largest bureaucracy in human history. Hail the glorious Post-Terran Minerals Corporation. Huzzah! So are we a corpo? No, we're a mercenary. We're being hired by them to clean out these weird infected robots.
This guy's got Renaissance Festival written all over him.
These
Huzzah!
these mining robots have gone berserk, and we have to clear them out. Our remaining defense robotics have smuggled replacement parts and weapons into the mines. That's how you can upgrade your weapons. At present, the invader has not been alerted. We are confident that you will have the advantage of a surprise attack, at least until you enter the mines. At that point, you should expect a heavy counteroffensive. I suppose I should be thankful for small mercies. Somehow I had the feeling that I would have no advantages at all. The strategic weak point of our mines is their fusion reactors. They're deep in each mine and completely automated. Normally, we would be able to blow them from orbit, but all uplinks to our stations have been severed at the source. Knocking out their reactors will cause a system-wide meltdown within a matter of seconds. And when I say system-wide, I mean complete vaporization. Getting out before the mine blows should be foremost on your mind. So yeah, every time we blow up a reactor, we have to hightail it to the exit. Sometimes the exit's right next to it. Most of the time, it won't be in later levels.
Also, Jay Manor says, when you're so good to the point that you can insult your client openly.
I get the feeling we're not actually...
marks. I think you're just, like, thinking this to yourself and just letting this guy blab on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are, especially because in the opening cutscene of the second game, he tries to be disrespectful to him, and instead he's just like, if you don't do what we say, we're going to cut your pay. The information we have on the enemy is rather sketchy. PTMC intelligence comes through again. Big surprise there. The infected mines now appear to be manufacturing new robots for its needs. Most are based on designs of common mining mechs, but expect to see completely new ones as well. Whatever has invaded the mines appears to adapt rapidly. While none of the internal monitor systems are responding, defense satellites have spotted a few of the modified mechs near the surface. Here's the latest information from PTMC Intelligence. Now it's time for the enemy roster breakdown for these early missions.
Oh, I love when games do that.
The Class 1 drone. We're going to see this the most often.
These graphics.
I know, look at them polygons. It actually looks better for you guys because of course I've shrunk it for OBS, while in game this is stretched out considerably. Because this was 640 by 480 back in the day.
Oh yeah, if that, it was probably 240.
Class 2 drone, medium PTMC automated scout robot. Covenant Slayer 1. Honestly, it definitely feels like story was starting to take a bit of focus in 95, considering Dark Forces came out the same month. What console was this? This was PC. There was a console port, but this was designed for PC first and foremost, because this is basically Doom, but movement in 360 degrees.
Dark Forces was also PC, and then System Shock 1 was, I think, like 94, maybe? Like, they were pushing story.
Yep. Medium lifter. The diamond-plated swing arms. I remember these things especially because these things come back for Descent 2, and I think they make a brown variation of them, and they just like swing and they crush. They are melee attackers, but they are tough and they suck. We hate them. The small Hulk. The Hulks are the worst. They are damage sponges. Standard Borer robot, tough and agile. The medium Hulk. 2 missile launchers, threat high, heavily armored for explosive deployment, deep in mines, slow-moving, very dangerous. And yet these things have missiles, so missiles suck.
I just like what do you call those bigger ones? The medium Hulk.
And these spider processing robots, I don't remember these things. I don't think there's any in the first level either. And the exit. It's hardwired to open in the event of reactor failures. Locating the exit hatches before destroying the reactors would be wise. Safely piloting a corpse shop waste barge is starting to sound really good right now. Most of our information is sketchy at this point. We will continue to analyze the data you acquire and keep you updated as we can. Be aware that we have witnessed advanced intelligence in many of these mechs. It's safe to assume they will continue to develop new weaponry and behaviors as you progress. But of course, you'll see the real evidence soon enough. I suppose if they're any more encouraging, they'd be shooting me right now. We are aware from your record and putting down the humans first mining strike that you can get difficult jobs done. Oh, jeez. First he tries to scare me. First he tries to scare me, then he flatters me. The least they could do is bring someone else in to play good cop. Who does he think I am? Just because I've killed people doesn't mean I'm stupid. Typical PTMC stiff. I imagine what his face would look like with my fist buried in it. Much better. Considering what happens in the later games, yeah.
Yeah.
If you pull this off, PTMC will pay you triple your usual compensation. Now I'm intrigued. PTMC only throws money around when they're sincerely scared. You'll also earn high recognition indeed, but recognition doesn't improve the situation. You will purge the inner planets, then swing outbound, heading for Pluto. You'll be able to rearm at the orbital PTMC processing stations. Nothing about reinforcements. This is not good. I wonder who was sent before they got around to drawing my name out of the PTMC database. Someone who wasn't ready for the task. I doubt you're aware of this, but the military division performs advanced weaponry development in several of our mines. The Pyro GX has been modified to make use of any new technology you find. It's apparent you'll need everything you can to get to eliminate this threat. There are other guns in the game for you to play than just the standard lasers.
Yeah.
Threat to your salary, you mean? The only reason PTMC hires people like me is to ensure its undaunted financial future. And we feel you should know that intelligence reports indicate that convergence point of the robot invasion force is Earth. My stomach turned again. You'd think they would get to the important part of the start of the briefing. Of course, the PTMC, their minds are the important part. I keep forgetting that.
You know what I kind of find interesting about this is that this is still Armored Core, where you're a mercenary who will do whatever, including killing people to stop a strike, just like Armored Core. But unlike Armored Core, you're the one who's constantly condescending about your bosses. Whereas in Armored Core, it's understood that you're the scum of the earth, but people pay you to get things done, but you're just, like, considered, like you know how much everybody looks down on you.
That is all, Material Defender. Prepare for descent.
He said it. He said it.
He said the thing. Report to main hangar. AO 3030 for shadow launch. Ship and prep. Said lunar outpost MN0012 for level 1 descent and insertion. Contact with outpost lost 2 days ago. Intelligence indicates low infestation. Destruction of primary reactor core is imperative. Be aware of hostage situations. Proceed with caution. I don't remember if there are hostages in this game. I'm pretty sure in one of the console ports there are. Hey, Nightwing's in the chat. Hey, bro, how you doing? Oop. And of course, immediately. All right. Nope. I forgot how to.
Immediately a board game.
Yeah, like I said, so like, Alt F2 is how I save.
Oh,
so
sure.
sound is going to be a bit down until I can get back into the menu to fix that. Although I could just go into there right now because like I've acquired the footage and we can just start at level 1 again.
Also, Nightwing says yes, there are hostages.
All right, turn up effects volume. Turning up music volume.
Did you hear that sound when it went to the menu? That like
Yep.
That's totally the rocket launcher from GoldenEye.
Skip that. Predator descent. All right. All right.
But yeah, I
So
wanted to say... Go ahead.
full 360-degree movement. Although I can't remember if I keybound like anything for let me see, like just going up. Yeah, there we go. But I'm not going to be using those because I have mouse and keyboard. Love those sound effects. If you recognize some of the sounds, that's because I use some of these sounds for the entity and other associated creatures in the storylines.
We're getting lore drop, people.
I love the sound effects from Descent.
Hey. Also, during that whole meeting, I was like, "Oh, great! So we're playing Outer Worlds again."
No, because we're a fighter craft.
You're supposed to purge the inner worlds before you go to the outer worlds. They said that in the briefing.
Ah.
Do you have infinite ammo with your laser level 1?
There you go. The blue things are shields, more missiles,
Vulcan ammo.
and the yellow is energy. Although this is a
infinite
secret,
ammo
so
with
like,
your
is there a
level
way to get like, is there another gun or something in here? Yeah. I'm sorry if this is a little disorienting for people. That was Vulcan ammo. Is there a Vulcan cannon in here, though? But yes, I do worry. Sorry, I apologize if it's disorienting for people. There's a reason why the ship is called Vertigo 1. Because like with 360-degree movement, we basically like can move in all directions, and it's gonna be kind of uneven.
I mean, to be fair, it could be worse. It could be that one video game from the Virtual Boy where you have to be in a red environment doing all this nonsense.
They're shooting at us
Hey,
from.
wait.
Did he join in the chat?
More secret areas in that secret area, which gets you a Vulcan cannon.
All right, there was a secret area in the secret area. Also, hey, bro.
Yes.
Ah, there it is.
You can tell a little bit of the seam in the wall. It's nice.
Okay, where is it though? Because there's a secret in the secret that did not have it. Is there another one in here somewhere? You probably remember this better than I do.
Yeah, I remember that there was like a sub-room and a sub-room and a sub-room, and then you could get to... I think there was a cannon in there. I know you got the ammo, but there is a way to get a Vulcan cannon on this level.
Now, let me close the door and see if it, like, open... just so...
But yeah, did you also like Gabba Gabba Hey?
I did not Gabba Gabba Hey. I forgot about Gabba Gabba Hey.
I was gonna say, there's cheat codes in this game.
Yeah, so what does Gabba Gabba Hey do again?
Enables cheats.
Ah. Well, we're not at that point yet. We will see. We'll see. Well, I will try to do this without cheating. All right, but unfortunately, yeah, I can't find anything in there.
The infamous Mike Manhattan asks, did you see, I mean, this is probably a spoiler, I don't know if you could talk about it, but did you see who's the new host of Venom? When I saw the reveal and how pissed off fans were, I almost died laughing at the fan rage.
Who is the new host of Venom?
Mary Jane.
Of course.
Yeah, and the hostages are behind that door.
Yep.
Warning.
Warning, there are hostages.
So, like, we just run into the hostages or just, like, storing them away in the trunk or something.
I guess now you know which way is up, if they're standing on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, what sucks is in Descent 1 there is no energy converter.
Yep. In Descent 2, there is an energy converter that turns your weapon ammo into shields.
Okay, no joke. Looking at like your dashboard and looking at the middle thing with the blue thing, I thought like that was like a weird skull-looking mask thing, but no, that's your ship.
No, that's the ship. That's the ship. That's
I
Vertigo
see what you
1.
mean.
Yeah, what's actually interesting is how close this is to like a Doom HUD, though.
I think that's
It does,
deliberate.
yeah.
It's just the design of how these things worked back then. As we keep saying in the to chat, this is basically Doom in space.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
but
an old
Doom
90s
is-
FPS.
Wait, but Doom is always in space.
Shush.
What?
Ooh, the energy fuel rooms.
You properly feel in space
Which
when
won't
play
help you.
Doom 3 and run around on Mars.
Does it only go up to 100 for in here?
Yeah, it only recharges up to 100.
Lame. I think there was a scream of an enemy, so somewhere in here there's another one.
The music's not bad.
Oh, music's great. Oh, there you are. Alright, is the secret... Is there another secret?
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Alright, now that this is from several seconds ago, but someone said that Billock said there's a secret on the ceiling.
Ah!
I don't know where in relation to you, though.
Oh, it might have been in the,
There we
the
go.
hostage area?
Woo!
All right, well done. Much appreciated.
Homing missiles! Homing missiles are another alternate weapon that actually will home in on the enemy robots.
There you go.
And yeah, Covenant Slayer says in chat, to be fair, Doom 2 and Doom Eternal mostly are not in space. Yeah, Doom 2 is literally called Hell on Earth.
Fair.
Is that the same?
Oh, I totally just realized I was watching YouTube instead of the stream, so I was behind.
Whoops.
There you go.
Okay, this is another entranceway in here. So,
Welcome
secret
to
within a
the Flight
secret.
Future, Nightwing.
Oh no, there's just 2 entrances in here. Damn, where's that Gauss cannon?
Vulcan, don't get
Vulcan,
calls
sorry.
until the next one.
Right.
Gauss cannon, obviously named after the Gaussian blur effect in editing tools.
Oh my god. What's really going to suck as we get into later levels is we don't have a guide bot.
I'm not sure they can hear the game audio on YouTube.
I turned it down naturally because you'll hear it myself. If people aren't hearing it, I will, once we complete the level, I will go out and I'll turn it up again. Though I got to figure out a way to reduce its sound a little bit on my end. Because, I need to be able to hear everyone else talking.
Windows volume mixer, maybe?
Yeah, we already had to do some stuff around here just to make sure I can record the whatchamacallit.
Oh, somebody says they're Megabob452 says they're hearing it.
Okay.
Also, 2 things, by the way, from chat. One of them says homing missiles are bugged in the DOS version, so if the emulation is too fast, they track too well, which means enemies with tracking missiles will destroy you.
Oh, goody.
Another comment says, if I recall the button layout of the game, you can hold Q or E to spin your ship around to get yourself upright.
True. Did I disable that? Nope. I fixed it.
Oh yeah, Q and E will do the pivot. There is also strafe. I think. Actually, I'm not sure if strafe is in design.
I am actually strafing right now. I've reconfigured the button layout to more traditional FPS things. So yeah, left and right. I'm using QWERTY. What are they called? WASD for movement forward, back, and strafing side to side.
A couple of Hulks in there, by the way.
Like, I grew up on Doom, so I still use the arrows to move.
That's fair.
Even on, like, Doom Eternal, where, like, you are
Oh no,
not
it's
supposed
down
to
here.
play like
There's
that.
where the Vulcan cannon is. That's where it is.
Switch back to concussions for a second.
Selected. Wow, just selecting a weapon gets you an exclamation point. That's nice.
There we go. Vulcan and Gauss cannons are amazing. They are I wouldn't call them hit scans, but they are where you shoot, they hit. And they're rapid fire, and you can stun lock enemies. Unfortunately, they also run through ammo like nothing.
Which is why it was good to go get him in the secret.
Yep.
Adrian Parchman says, any opinions on Wonder Woman being less popular of the Trinity?
I hate that that's the case, but it is what it is. Mind you, it's also chicken versus the egg kind of a situation, because, Batman and Superman get all the movies, so would Wonder Woman have a lot more popularity if she got more attention, but then, she doesn't get more attention because she doesn't have any movies, etc., etc. Alright. Does tab still? Yes, map. Good. We gotta go back
You
to
just need to go back to the starting area, because that's where the red door is.
That
Yep.
sweet 3D map.
I'll kind of need it because this is full 360-degree movement. That was all the marketing was about that fact. Right.
Having mining bots.
Back to lasers for a bit.
You're doing a pretty good job of avoiding getting hit.
Indeed.
Anytime you select a weapon, like exclamation point, oh, laser cannon, nice.
It helps that I played this. I played level 1 on my own earlier just to test it. So I do know where things are and what to run into. The reactors down there.
I like also, that your laser bank that it's going to fire from. Oh no, it doesn't do that on this one. Where it only it like the left is slightly righter. Oh no, it's the missiles. That's what it is. It's which way the missiles are going to come from on the HUD. Like your crosshair.
Shields there. Yeah.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
All right, now people should recognize that noise because I use that all the time on atop the fourth wall. And here we go.
Proper voice acting, look at that. Yeah.
Guys, back up, guys. We're moving.
Yeah, those hot.
Remember how we were supposed to be worried about their property? Well, we just blew the shit out of the mine.
Well, I mean, they did say in the opening cut scene, if you could call it that like the goal is to destroy the reactors where everything will blow up. All right, total score. No skill bonus? What the hell? Hey, have you heard about a recent comic called Stray Dogs? It's a horror comic from 2021. Do you think we might see it get featured in Long West of the Damned? Maybe. I haven't read it, so I don't know anything about it. Marines, we are leaving! Alright.
Familiar. Hold on.
Alright, we're still in lunar orbit. Proceed to Lunar Scilab SL0007 for standard insertion. Infestation is low, but caution is advised. Monitor coded subspace channel for updates and further intelligence as available.
Oh, Deadblock says skill bonus depends on what difficulty level you choose.
Ah, so of course I'm on easy, so... Yeah, Graham was always better at this game than I was. Like I don't think I've ever actually beaten any of the Descent games on my own.
I have, but it's been a long time.
Yes.
I do think 2 is much better than 1.
It is. It does a lot of quality of life improvements.
Well, it's graphics improvements, too. I mean, it just is a better-looking game.
Civi 11 did a review of Descent 1 and 2 last year and went over a lot of the stuff involved with the games and a lot of its problems and all the good stuff that happened. So if you don't want to wait weeks and weeks and weeks for me to get through all this stuff, I recommend the review because it's funny. It is good stuff.
Bedmon, there is 2-player options on this.
Yes.
And multiplayer. And kind of like Doom and Duke Nukem and things like that, there was also
expansions,
player versus player mode.
PvP and multiplayer is right the word.
You all play as clones of each other, different colors.
No, I don't even think different colors. I think we just all had the same ship.
Okay, because I don't like in Doom. There's like the green Space Marine, the blue Space Marine, like whatever.
It gets a little more interesting by Descent 3, where you could choose different ship classes.
Yeah.
So and then you had slightly different weapon layouts too. So like I said, when you do multiplayer on Descent 3, there's a little bit different now, and that's probably the most advanced on the graphics too. View is really pretty. Oh, and there's the ability to go outside.
Yes, I remember that now.
You can go inside the mines and then outside the mines, and then you kind of just in open area on the planet surfaces.
Yep.
It's really refreshing when games let you do that, because it's not terribly common. Like, I mentioned Doom 3 before, but when you could first run around the surface of Mars temporarily, that blew me away back then.
Mines.
Yep. We will probably not be using the mines.
Yeah, they're actually probably more useful in multiplayer.
Multiplayer, yeah.
You didn't want to go to any of those secret rooms out there? Look at the walls.
Yep. Oh, laser level 2.
Good Joe weapon, that's cool.
Not only different color, different sound effect too. I will also frequently use the Descent laser noises to enhance weapon sounds whenever I'm in doing atop fourth wall stuff, guys.
Ah, nice. What's that? You're influenced by your childhood to help make your product?
That's crazy talk right there.
That's insanity! I might as well be in a straitjacket or something. Is that what it's called? I forgot what kind of jacket it's called.
No, you got it.
Blue key.
Blue key with a lot of enemies. Okay.
Switch to the Vulcan.
Ooh, you're right.
Vulcan against the Hulks usually really is pretty good.
Yeah.
Blue access granted.
I swear, every time I hear the word Vulcan, I know it's Star Trek related, but like, I think of Spaceballs with the, what the hell are you doing? The Vulcan.
Well, you should be thinking Roman mythology.
Wait, what?
Vulcan.
Yeah, Vulcan is the name
Yeah.
of a mythological figure.
Yeah, the Roman name of Hephaestus.
Romans have mythology?
Is that
I mean,
true?
like, you know, like Greek and Roman, like, you know.
He's
Zeus
kidding!
versus Jupiter.
No, I'm
Hephaestus
serious.
versus
No,
Vulcan.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I mean, like, Wonder Woman's name is Diana. That's the Roman mythological name of Artemis. Who, of course, is another Wonder Woman character. Gets around the nose about it. Also ironic that the main character's name is Diana, considering she's from Greek myth.
I also realized I was going to stop recording and start recording again for whenever we switch levels, so I gotta remember to do that when we beat this one.
Timothy Ashton says, this is one of like 3 games my father plays enthusiastically. He loves Descent 1. He even borrowed my Steam account just to play Descent 1 recently.
Neat.
Cool.
Okay, so we need to go...
It's that main room off the thing. That's
Yeah.
where but they're on different levels. I think.
Yep.
God, it's been so long since I played this.
Adrian Parchman, Hoppy, do a barrel roll! Alright.
Yeah.
No, Lewis, I think it's.
Oh my god!
Go.
It's an evil mentor.
It's up.
Yep, I see it.
Or no, and what was it called? Like an aileron roller or some...
Oh, maybe not. That's where you came in.
thing.
Yeah, I thought that was the right. Huh.
Oh, it's right below.
Yeah. Didn't look like it was... Oh, no, it is. Okay. Yeah, this is a trick they employ a lot. Sibby talked about this. They will put enemies behind, like, every frickin' door.
Yeah. Again, Doom 3 to the point where it's like you're waiting for it every door, so it's not the scare that it used to be. Every damn door has an imp crouched and ready to leap. Ah, he got me! Even though it's level 7, he still scared me every time.
Is this a stealth mission? I do not think it is.
Yeah, the closest you come to stealth is hitting the enemies before they hit you, but like you're literally coming in with the purpose of blowing everything up. It's like Doom, you can do stealth until the moment you fire your gun once.
I've turned mouse sensitivity up like 400%. It still feels like it's very sluggish unless I'm actually in motion.
Yeah.
Need a joystick.
Yeah. I was never good with a joystick.
Timothy says, if it helps...
You know what you said is I could have actually given you one.
I'm sure you could have.
When you were over.
Let it rooms a little.
What did they say?
If it helps, there should be a way you can shoot a weak, glowy dart to light up rooms a little.
And shoot a what?
A weak, glowy dart.
They're talking about flares, Lewis.
Ah. I know about the flares, yeah.
Well, fair enough.
I think it's F key.
Yeah, I know. The flares will open the doors, but I don't really care about that right now because we got plenty of ammo.
No, but they're talking about using the flares to trip the door.
No, just to light up rooms a little, but I guess you could use it through the door.
Yeah, you use it to trip the door, so that way you're not right in front of the door.
Yep.
Okay.
The other point is to not necessarily use as much energy when you're using instead of a laser and things like that.
Red key. Because this is old school FPS and we got keys.
Your shield is maxed out.
Yep. I'm on easy mode, so I'm not surprised that I've maxed out everything.
Yeah.
Was there anything worthwhile in those other rooms? No, there's not. Okay.
But you never know how these games go. Like, I've been playing Turok 2 recently on easy, and even so, the later episodes are just like, or the later levels are just like ridiculous.
Well, there's the exit. And the good news is they do give you like 45 seconds to find the exit again.
Yeah, that's one of those things you might want
Usually
to
good you find it
blowing up
first,
the
though.
reactor.
Level 3!
Oh, nice. That's some good Star Wars laser gun right there.
Another Hulk down that way. Another Hulk down that way. Pretty sure there's no infighting in
Go to
in these.
Vulcans on the Hulks, I think.
I know, but I want to preserve the Vulcan ammo. Ah, mother.
Use the force, Linkara. Use the
3
force.
Hulks.
Zero Hulks. Oh, there's your reactor, friend. I just love that these guys built guns on the reactor just in case somebody like you came
Plugging
by.
device.
Of course, they flash everything, so it's harder to see where the hell you're going.
Yeah, that's annoying. Get out if you can.
Everything's shaking, too.
But you're flying. Like, what's shaking?
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute.
It's not like
You
you're
just
losing
missed the
your
exit
footing.
Yeah.
back where those Hulks were.
Yeah. There it is.
Yay. Get the hell. Exiting the mine. Oh, first person. That's nice. Look at that. Do it again. Oh, that's a good point. Dragon's Lair Production says flares can be a good way to show a path from the reactor to the exit.
Yeah, but I think the flares, like, die out, don't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they burn out after a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You turned off
They
the
might
targeting
last for-
computer. Is everything? Bang. What?
They might fly. I mean, the other thing you could do is you could use mines.
All right, I have stopped recording just to make sure we get the footage from that, and I will start recording again now. Boom.
Yay.
All right. I was already having trouble finding an exit only on level 2. So proceed to Lunar Military Installation MR0331 for surveillance and insertion. Intelligence SATS report rising activity on EM band transmissions near MR0331. Proceed with caution. I should also save the game before we blow the next reactor just so we can reload immediately if need be to find in case we like die and lose the exit. Because unfortunately this does have a level system. It has a live system.
Also, speaking of
Save
saving, save now on a different save file, so you have the start of the level.
Yeah. Alt
Well, I
F2.
suppose it doesn't matter if when you start a game you could level select.
Using the cheat code is the same. I think it's Gabba Gabba Hey to enable them, and then it's Big Red, I think, gives you all weapons.
Yep, I'll try to play vanilla first just to see what just to see how well I do.
Alright, I'm actually going to take off. I just thought I'd, crash
Yep.
your stream a little bit.
It's all good. Thank you, sir, and you have yourself a good evening.
Yep, have fun.
And Captain
Will do.
Avenger said, what's everyone's thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2?
Too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I waited years for the Switch 1. I could wait years again.
Yep. Yeah, I like the Switch 2 in general. I like that they're just like making an upgraded Switch because like the Switch
Yeah.
itself is a really good system, but 450 even before all the political stuff which we don't talk about because it's real world, 450 was a bit steep, and no way in hell $80 for games. Come on.
Yeah. I was excited about Bloodborne 2. It's not actually Bloodborne 2. It's like Dusk something. I was excited about that until I learned what kind of game it was.
Might as well be Bloodborne because apparently Wright's thing.
Ryan Mack says, dumb name, why not the Super Switch? Because they called it the Super Nintendo in the 90s and nobody knew that it was an entirely new system. They're not making that mistake again.
Oh, come on. It's like 30 years later. I like Super Switch as well.
Like, Super Game Boy, what does that mean? Like PlayStation, you cannot fuck this up. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Nintendo finally learned after like 40 years. Switch 2. Fine, got it, cool, no problem.
It's still better than Wii U.
Yeah, that no, I think my most hated name is New 3DS. That's like the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that was a terrible idea as well.
When you want to buy that used at GameStop, can I have a new 3DS? Do you mean a new 3DS or a new 3DS? No,
Yeah,
I
just
like
a-
a used new 3DS. It's like a fucking Abigail.
Just I was like, what the hell was with the marketing department back then?
2DS XL makes sense. 2DS is when it doesn't have the 3D feature, and XL means it's large. I'm okay with that. Just new 3DS. It's like idiocy.
Now, for me, like, I get the idea of, like, the Super Switch and stuff like that, but me personally, I just like the idea of just for the naming convention, like, hey, hey, you want to play on Switch? No, I'm gonna switch to.
That's just it. Like, what does that mean? The thing that came out after the Switch. Got it. It's the number 2. Got it. No one is confused.
That's the thing, though. It is, years and years later, I feel like people are smart enough to figure this out. This isn't like, during the time of where we're still trying to figure this stuff out.
Okay.
I don't trust people as far as I can throw them when it comes to, like, figuring things out that companies are doing. Like, just, it never ends. There's misinformation everywhere. There's Switch 2. Got it.
Get it, got it, good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Xbox was also comically stupid. Like, not the original Xbox, but, like, after the 360 came out, everyone called the first Xbox the Xbox One. But then they released the Xbox One. And now there's Series S, there's Series X. I still don't even know what the fuck, like, which one's the newer one.
Yep.
I don't really follow Xbox. Like, those names are just absolutely a name.
We're up to level 4 now on the lasers.
And TLE says, is it fair to say that the Rise of Skywalker comic is the most anticipated review of the year?
I am having issues deciding how to handle the beginning of it, because obviously the review portion will be our standard review, but like I've started like writing it, various ways of like, okay, do I do it like a video essay with like 3 chapters before we actually get to the comic itself, where I'm just talking general Star Wars thoughts. Graham and I were talking. I was helping Graham out today earlier. That's one of the things I was like, when I was complaining on Twitter, like, I'm never going to actually have free time to work on the Descent stuff. But it turns out this actually didn't take too long to figure out, thanks to Lotus's help. But like, just like talking about about our Star Wars opinions, and like me trying to figure out, like, I have all these thoughts about Star Wars, and like, do I have like clever titles for them? I think like right now I have it as like the Phantom, like Splinter of the Mind vibes, where is the first chapter that I wrote up, basically talking about like why I have a problem talking, why I'm having such an issue with the Clone Wars, and why I haven't like watched the cartoon yet, and then like the Phantom like mouseness, to talk about like Disney Star Wars and why I'm just like sick and tired of people complaining about how Disney ruined Star Wars like that.
Star Wars was ruining Star Wars, or Lucas was like ruining Star Wars, or everyone like swore up and down like Star Wars is absolutely dead when the prequel trilogy came out.
Yep.
And now they're looking back on it fondly because it told a cohesive story.
Yeah, it did it though.
Yeah, it did. It's just people thought it was boring as hell.
It was a bad, like even coherent. It's like, again, Graham and I talked about this. It's like, there's the story. I talked about this in the prequels too. There's the story that lots of people think happened in the prequels, and then there's the story that I feel like actually got told in the prequels.
I mean, there is the motif of the whole like government politics stuff, but what they were focusing on was just like toxic romance between Anakin and Padme.
Blue key. All right, so like, yeah, so like, do I do that? Do I just open it up with the standard intro talking about the backstory of everything of the comic, and of course the movie itself, and how I feel? And do I talk about the Trevorrow script, which yeah, I think people have said they finally confirmed was Trevorrow. Like Trevorrow was the one who leaked it or whatever.
You gotta open by simply holding a copy of the comic and saying, it's in print now, it's in print now, it's in print now. That's really funny.
No, the thing that I was thinking about, another way I was thinking of opening it was like the repetitions of like, no one's ever really gone, all that stuff, and then just like hard cut to Pet Sematary. Sometimes dead is better.
Yeah. Better gone. You can have it's like, when it comes down to it, it's a comic about family.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I like even before the announcement the comic's coming out, I had started writing notes for it when we thought it was going to come out originally. So I have, monster closets. I have notes.
I somehow genuinely forgot about No One's Ever Really Gone.
Yeah, so I have like 10, 15 pages of notes already, just like complaining about various aspects of the movie, scenes. So like it's gonna be a long one, but it's still just like, ugh. Like, how do I address this? How do I work with this? Like, what is the best way of presenting this? Do I just do it in my traditional style? Do I like try to like talk about my general thoughts on Star Wars, something like that? Ah, God, Monster Regenerator, I hate this thing.
Talk about how they just redeem Kylo Ren when it's not earned.
Oh yeah, there's plenty to talk about with the movie in general. It's just like, again, the structure of it is how I'm wondering, like, do I address this? Do I do this differently, or do I do it like I usually do it?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, this review is going to be long. It is going to be a long-ass video. If there was any way to wait for the 800th episode, maybe I would make that the 800th episode. But that's not practical. The 800th episode is coming out in a few months.
I would have like a minute and a half rant about how insanely stupid it is to have like a coin be a passkey to any Imperial chip whatsoever. Like, a coin. Everybody has a unique ID number. And just a coin you found on the ground, that'll fool them. Like, that's gotta be from Game of Thrones, and even in Game of Thrones, which was in medieval times, it was a coin and a password.
I feel like it was just like a chip. It was more like a computer chip, like it was like an identifying code or something like that.
But is it? If you could get it off of somebody else, which is what they did?
Yeah, no, the movie is stupid.
Like, that's really fun. What if somebody steals it? like this exact.
What? That's impossible.
Yeah. A coin. Fuck you. Show your ID.
It's an old code, but it checks out.
I
Alright,
love
here's
that
the
line.
exit, so I'm going to Alt F2 right here.
I really enjoyed that when I first saw that used as a meme. Like when somebody posts like a really old meme from like the 2000s. This is an older meme, sir, but it checks out.
Yes.
That really got me, because that was a line I hadn't thought of in forever.
Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Dear Scholar, I basically reduced the movie into being an EU clone nightmare. God, don't even get me started. There is one thing that a creative decision that I think all the bad parts of The Rise of Skywalker come from. I'll talk about it during the review itself, but like I think every single problem with the film stemmed from one stupid decision they made.
Well, Abrams was incredibly redundant, but after TFA came out, I was like, okay, I have seen that you can make a Star Wars movie that feels like Star Wars. Now where's the new shit? And
Yeah, I talk about it in the intro. Just like there was no, it was not wrong to feel like, you know, J.J. Abrams coming back would be a bad thing. Here's the Grey Hulk. Because you know, we'd already proven he could make a good Star Wars movie. And Extra Life 2 if we count Star Trek 09.
I know, but like even so, The Force Awakens, I was like, okay, you have proven to me that you can recapture the feeling of Star Wars. I approve. I'll never watch this movie again because it's A New Hope, and I've already seen that. But
I do not feel it. I don't feel it's A New Hope, but I get what you're saying.
Rian Johnson, and he killed off Snoke. I was like, oh, okay.
Is green the exit?
Oh god, I don't know. I did not grow up with The Descent. I mean, if you just saved, you could just try it. See what
I
happens.
did. I'm just trying to decide. It's like I like the optimal path here. So like if I go down and then take a left into the yellow.
A left and a right.
Yeah.
Also, T Elite says The Rise of Skywalker is annoyingly just okay, but it is better than Duel of the Fates. It's funny because when I was in the theater, I remember enjoying myself more than I enjoyed The Last Jedi when I was in the theater. But after I left, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that, like, it was a mess. Like, I didn't like what The Last Jedi did to the lore of The Force Awakens, with few exceptions. But
green blobs of the
hostages.
hostages.
Going in an interesting direction, and the rest of Skywalker was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
The green blobs of the hostages. Green is indeed the exit. So need to go to forward here and to the left.
Hopefully, if that path connects, it might just go up. No, okay, we're good.
I think you can kill the hostages, so I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not say bump into them. Also, someone said in chat a long time ago like the hostages are huge, apparently, unless your ship is like the size of just yourself and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. HB Haga says, get some guest hosts and pattern the review after Rashomon.
Rashomon.
That's one of my friend's favorite jokes in old Simpsons. Like, but Homer, you liked Rashomon. That's not how I remember it.
Not how I remember it.
It's amazing. There's a joke I didn't get as a kid.
Yeah, Duel of the Fates has been the original script for episode 9 that Colin Trevorrow wrote.
Okay. Timothy Ashton says, I don't think you can kill the hostages even intentionally.
No, I don't want to accidentally do so. Alright, but there you go. Level 3 complete.
Yay.
Still can't wait for you to get to the comic adaptations of the original Thawne trilogy. That'll be something. I wrote a few notes for those, too, because I started reading those. And, like, man, if you guys thought that... like, I'm sorry to say it, like, this isn't terrible, but if you guys were expecting this to be, like, the next trilogy, this isn't that great.
Yeah, no, Descent is the next trilogy.
Oh my god.
Covenant Slayer says, oh, hey, it's the self-destruct that destroyed Linkara's last house.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. There's the deep reference.
Alright, let me stop recording real quick here. Boop.
Yeah, and again, that's something that I did not get from your old videos, because I didn't know Descent.
Alright, I think we've finished, we finished the moon, so we're on a Venus. Projected lunar contamination, 0%, proceed to Venetian orbit. Rendezvous with MP Station Macrae for escort and level 1 insertion. Prepare for descent. Alright, whoop, no, not abort. Let's, Alt F2, Gabba Gabba Hey. Wait, what was the same sound? The self-destruct noise. The self-destruct sequence activated. Yeah. I've used that twice now on the show.
I never knew about that stuff. Like, if I were to ever use a self-destruct activated scene, it would probably be from, like, Resident Evil.
I actually use this. I use this in the Mobile Suit Gundam Bridged as well. These 6, I keep beating the levels and not escaping, but the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 happens if you let the timer run out.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. It's like the panic, like it's gonna go, it's gonna happen.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh god, what movie was it? Oh, it was Spaceballs. Like, 6, what happened to 7? Just kidding.
That's right.
So annoying. Why would you do... Actually, no, you know what I remember blew my mind? Because I didn't understand the reference for like a decade. But remember in Austin Powers where there's just a guy counting down to self-destruct? And like, the joke is when it was like 3, 2, like he had a comically like Looney Tunes like charred face and everything. But in the Bond movie that was lampooning, they didn't do the comical scorching stuff, but they genuinely had a guy like 30 seconds and counting. Like, I couldn't believe it. I thought that was the joke, that it was a guy at a desk. But no, that was not a joke. That was a reference. It was unbelievable.
Hey, jokes like that work.
Like, really? Like, James Bond just had a guy? Like, alright. Also, a couple of super chats. Adrian Parchment says, any opinion on the Family Guy parody of Star Wars?
I've never watched it. I watched it before. Like, I've seen like clips of it here and there, just because as they come across them. But like, I don't watch Family Guy.
Yeah, I used to watch the TV show. The closest I can come to Family Guy parodying Star Wars is like the Emperor Palpatine, like something dark side, something complete. Like, that was kind of funny.
I have seen all 3 of them, and there are a couple of hits and misses here and there, but like, I don't know.
I will grant it one, because I did see one clip from the end of their Empire Strikes Back parody, like something I never noticed before. Lando is wearing Han's clothes.
Oh, nice.
At the end of Empire Strikes Back, like, wait, why is he wearing his clothes?
And yes, Tim Johnson, the countdown in the first Austin Powers movie, that itself was a reference. I always thought it would be just like the electronic speaker is counting down. No, it's a dude. I guess he's gonna die with the building. Like, I don't know what the hell that's all about. And T Elite says, by the way, I'm gonna compile a doc of things in the Rise of Skywalker comic that are references to Star Wars stuff that came out after the movie that are not from the novelization. Curious.
Have fun with that.
I mean, that is interesting because it's like an adaptation, or two like divergent adaptations.
I know some people like Noel, who's been on the stream before. He didn't watch Rise of Skywalker until the novelization came out, because he tends to prefer checking the novelization first to see what is included, what's left out, that kind of thing. So like it took him forever to watch it because it took forever for the novelization of Rise of Skywalker to come out. All right. Also, I can hear someone's mouse clicking.
That ain't me.
No, not me. I'm not actually. My hand is on the mouse, but I'm not clicking anything.
You know, now that I think about it, like Star Wars is like the only movie franchise I've ever know about like sci-fi fantasy at the time. Then later down the line, after finally watching the Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie being the second one.
Oh, someone's clicking.
What?
I hear what you're talking about, but that's not me.
That ain't me.
Like now, my hand is actually off the mouse. You sure that's not just from the game?
No, because that sounds like a mouse clicking.
Huh.
All right, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna. Is someone else in the call? Graham still in the call? No.
No.
Lotus, click your mouse, Lotus.
I will click my mouse.
That's not the mouse. That's the music.
That is okay. Yeah, that is the music.
Yeah, that sounds like finger snapping. Look, I'll click my mouse right up against the mic
No.
now.
No. It is. I can tell now because yeah, it was coming from me, and like I could hear the music reacting to that. That's weird. That sounds like mouse clicks.
Yeah, it's not quite mouse clicky. It's like finger snapping.
No, this is a finger snap.
That was me. Sorry.
This is a finger snap. That is weird.
That is very weird.
Have you heard of the Star Wars TV show that never got made? Star Wars Underground is supposed to be the Sopranos in space. Was going to introduce Saw Gerrera. Yeah, that was the that was the one that was that got put together in like I want to say mid to late '90s. There was like a test clip that got leaked.
Get my finger snap louder. I can do a very loud snap, but I don't want to like ruin the stream.
Yeah, no, I think that is like I heard it moving to the music, so I think yeah, it was just the music.
Yeah, but like it sounds like a MIDI version of finger snapping, like as an instrument. But yeah, Andrew, I recommend looking up like old Austin Powers movies because you would old James Bond movies. You would be surprised how referential the first Austin Powers movie is. It's not just like, oh, he's James Bond. Like there are loads of specific nods to various movies.
Right. I know my girlfriend loves the GoldenEye movie, so that is like one I probably should watch.
GoldenEye's a good one.
That was the first one I saw in theaters. Like, it definitely colored my perception of Bond, though, because that was my first Bond movie I saw all the way through, and I was like, okay, James Bond is an action hero. And then when I went back and watched the Sean Connery ones, where he's more of a spy, and there are entire scenes where he's checking his room for bugs and stuff, as a kid, I was bored. I'm like, when does the action happen? And I just, I didn't get the different vibe.
Yeah, no, honey, I'm sorry. You're right. It's Golden Gun, not
Man with the Golden Gun, yeah. The
Well,
Scaramanga, played by Christopher Lee.
Yeah, there's GoldenEye, there's Goldfinger, and there's Man with the Golden Gun.
Man with the Golden Gun is a good one as well, though.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, Scaramanga's a great villain.
He is. You know what I really enjoyed is that he's obviously here to kill Bonds, but I love when he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this crazy like laser weapon. Check this out." And Bond is like, "Oh, it must work with this sort of science where you use this particle and do this thing." And Scaramanga's like, "If you say so."
Look, I didn't build the damn thing. I just know how to use it.
Good job, Mr. Bond, I guess.
The exit is right there in the middle of all these. This is gonna be a fun escape.
Sarcasm is strong.
Okay, let's check the map again. Red key, I think, is that red dot right there, so...
Either that or it's an enemy.
Where is the blue door? I see a yellow door. I don't know, we'll have to keep going.
Oh, group with the...
I see people talking in the chat about Bond movies they've watched. I have not watched all of the Bonds, but I watched most of them. I think, like, in the Moore era. And, like, I've seen everything from GoldenEye onward, but starting from the beginning, I'm up to the Moore era. And the only new Bond movie I'm missing is No Time to Die.
You haven't seen No Time to Die. I watched through a good chunk of classic ones because my friend's movie night, when I joined them, they were watching... it was James Bond movie night. And we went through every single one of them.
They're fun. There's definitely stuff that's aged atrociously in some of them.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Goldfinger's like one of my favorite ones, and it has like one of the most like wouldn't film that today scenes of like any. It's like ties with You Only Live Twice.
Yeah, You Only Live Twice has the yellow face.
Yeah, Goldfinger does not have that, but it does have something else that I'm not going to
Spread
go
fire
into,
cannon.
So both are very bad. Fedmon, what about James Bond Jr.? I have not seen that, but I'm talking about like the mainline James Bond movies. Although I did see, no, I didn't actually. I think we're up to Never Say Never Again. I have not seen that one, and I know that's not a broccoli one, but we were going to see it. I did, however, see OG 1960s Casino Royale, which is only in any way worth watching if you know Casino Royale, which was a bold move back when only the book existed. But if you've seen the Daniel Craig one, you're like, oh, that's what they're lampooning. One genuinely funny part of old Casino Royale is, like, you know the famous torture scene with the chair.
Yeah.
In the old 1960s one, Bond sits down on the chair and like that hole opens up in it and he falls through, and the torturer's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that, the chair is broken, that wasn't supposed to happen. that was pretty good.
Yeah, one of these days I really need to sit down and watch the like James Bond movies.
Yeah, a lot of them are very, very good.
There's a lot of my movie catalog I've not watched.
Yellow key.
Oh yeah, the villain that had middle teeth, Jaws. He became a little more lovable in the later movies, but that first movie where he's like ripping apart the car Bond is driving, that was terrifying.
Is the first movie Dr. No, or am I crazy?
He appears
Dr. No
in...
was the first of the mainline movies.
He appears in, and Jaws appears in 2 movies. I can't remember the first one. I want to say it's Goldfinger in the first one, then Moonraker.
Oh, it's not Goldfinger, but yeah, Moonraker is the second one. I forgot what the first one was. Goldfinger was Oddjob.
And man, Moonraker is disappointing.
It's like, it's
so boring until they get into space. The villain sucks.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny though? I didn't know about this until I watched a speed run, but for those of you who like Crash Bandicoot, the villain, Neo Cortex, appears to have been modeled after Drax from Moonraker. Google it. The resemblance is uncanny. I don't play Crash Bandicoot, so I didn't know about that, but like when you see him, you're like, oh.
What the? What is hitting me? Is there a cloaked enemy?
Yeah, one other good thing about
there's a cloaked enemy, yeah.
Casino Royale. Luke Allen is mentioning Peter Sellers was the perfect funny version of Bond, but I gotta say, David Niven as Bond was pretty amazing. Mr. Classy. And yeah, Covenant Slayer, Timothy Dalton is definitely like, fuck you, I will absolutely kill you, like, style James Bond. Like, he does not mess around. Just like, I think he like headbutted a guy like viciously like in one of the scenes. It just looks like oof. Timothy Dalton is cold. Pierce Brosnan was interesting because he's Mr. Smooth and sexy, but he has his moments where he can be surprisingly cold. Like in The World Is Not Enough. Not a very great movie.
Yeah.
But where Elektra's like, oh, you couldn't possibly kill me. Like, I'm a sexy babe. And Pierce Brosnan just shoots her dead like it's nothing. You're like, oh, okay.
You get back to the energy converter because, yeah, the spread fire is really going through the ammo.
Oh, yeah, Dalton is a villain on The Rocketeer. That was good. And in,
Dalton is great as a
Shaun of the
villain.
Dead, Hot Fuzz, he was fun in
Yep.
Hot Fuzz. Which, by the way, homaged The Rocketeer, because they had him meet, like, the bad actress in The Rocketeer, and she reprises that line, like, would that I could drink of your lips as deeply. And Timothy Dalton looks at her like, what? And he did that in The Rocketeer as well. Like, what a bizarre reference to make. Also, T. Elite says, in fairness to the Thrawn trilogy comics, apparently they aren't great adaptations.
It's just like, but even from a plot point perspective, it's just like, it's not that interesting. There's a lot of decisions in there that just like, okay, I don't know how this would make for an interesting movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Covenant Slayer also mentions Dalton was Prince Baron in the 80s Flash Gordon, where he was also weirdly, like, tough and aggressive for the movie he was in. Timothy Dalton did not mess around.
Dalton was great. Now we got the red key. Red door is all the way back the other way. Sorry, it's back this way. Thoughts on the Naked Gun trailer? That looked surprisingly funny.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was like okay for the opening bit and a lot more on board for the second half.
Yep.
And the final gag was like actually laugh out loud.
Yep. Alright, so the exit is right here. I'm going to save again real quick. No, not abort.
And I gotta say, Liam Neeson's a good choice, because, like, the whole reason Leslie Nielsen was funny in those old Zucker Brothers movies was because
he was a serious actor before
non-comedic actor.
those before
Yeah,
the
people know him
Zuckerberg stuff.
today as a comedic actor, but he was funny because he wasn't funny. He was just Mr. Serious.
Yep.
So Liam Neeson's an amazing choice.
Yep, that's exactly why it's a perfect casting.
Like Leslie Nielsen was in like Forbidden Planet from like the 50s. Like he was one of those guys like in like every single one of those movies is the same. He's one of the guys in like the radio room, like the aliens are coming. Like he was like that guy. So bringing him on an airplane was genius.
Okay, so completely off topic, but like something clicked in my head from like my past. I'm like, okay, I remember a 90s movie for some reason, and I remember what it was. It was called Captain Zoom. I'm like, The Adventures of Captain Zoom in Outer Space. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Looking through the cast list, Ron Perlman was in it apparently, like as the main villain or something.
It's
I'm
funny
like,
when you
what?
find stuff like that. Like I had recently played, well, not recently really anymore. It was like a year or two ago. But like, there's a video game adaptation of the old French movie, The City of Lost Children. So like, I tried watching the actual movie. It's very good. But like, the main guy is Ron Perlman speaking French.
Alright, where was the exit?
That's it. That's interesting.
Good. I think we're paused when we look at the map.
Yeah, I think someone in chat had mentioned that a while ago. Very good to get your bearings. Yeah, there's that snapping finger.
Speaking of Ron Perlman, like he was also in the Monster Hunter movie.
Yeah, but like, God, you couldn't pay me to care.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I was just flabbergasted when I saw him.
He's
I'm like,
around.
There we go.
Also, by the way, now that I'm hearing that weird percussion music, maybe a little less finger snapping and more like fingers drumming on a surface.
See, it sounds like a really loud mouse clicking to me.
Yeah.
All right, Venus Atmospheric Lab destroyed.
Heck yeah.
Alrighty, going to stop recording there. All right, I think we can either call it here or we have time. But we might have time for one more level.
One more level. One more level.
Yeah, because we're going for a hour 15 right now. So actually, we should have time for one more level. I think Descent excuse me, Descent 1 should be about 10 hours long, but I don't know how many levels there are since it's been so long.
Also, I enjoy the comment in the chat. Nice of the self-destruct to pause for us to check the map.
Yep. Thoughts on the Minecraft movie? Well, I haven't seen it, and I wasn't interested in seeing it to begin with. So,
like, I never played Minecraft. I never followed Minecraft, so like I wouldn't have seen it anyway. But just the fact that like they threw a blue shirt on Jack Black, and they were like, "He's Steve." Like,
yeah,
it's
sure.
like the most low effort thing I've ever seen.
Like even I, who doesn't care or know anything about Minecraft, is like that's not no.
Like I like Jack Black, but like that is like that's 90s video game adaptation levels of just not giving a shit. Like some corporate studios like he's got a blue shirt.
Yeah, I thought we moved on from that a long time ago. Rendezvous at Venus Nickel Iron Mine MN0101. Keep your eyes open for more advanced weaponry. Goody.
Now, I will say, I just came back from watching the Minecraft movie, and I don't know, like, yeah, it definitely had that, like, the best way I could describe it, it definitely kind of had the Super Mario Brothers, like, 1993 kind of feel to it. But really enough, like, it still paid homage to, like, to the video game in a weird way or two. Like, you will get references, and, like, for me, I don't know, I had a good time. It's not like it wasn't deep. It was a kids movie, so I had fun for what it was.
Yeah, like for the Mario movie, or for the newer Mario movie, I basically entertained myself by counting the millions and millions of Easter eggs. The movie itself was like okay,
but it's made by people who clearly liked Mario and wanted to do Mario stuff.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, like they homaged the old '80s cartoon. Like I didn't expect that.
Now, the best way I could describe the Minecraft movie, from what I've witnessed from it, obviously it was a project by the game developers along with some studio people to help out, and I don't know. Like as far as I'm concerned, as long as Mojang was happy of how the film was produced, and there we go. Then again, like I'm only knowing from what I've watched that I've not actually gone on my way to look at notes or something like that, so there's that factor. So take that as you will. But again, I just had fun. Also, the audience with me, both kids and adults, just had a blast.
Nice.
We had our groans, we had our laughs, all that fun stuff. And yes, T, I did see the movie. Fun fact, like actually one of my coworkers actually invited me to go watch the movie with their kids and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, I'm available. I can do that. Why not? Oh yeah, we had fun.
Red Hulks.
The President of the United States?
Oh my God. Ooh, do we have Yeah, we have quad lasers now.
Woo.
Ridiculous. Also, appropriately enough, it's level 4.
Hey.
Oh my God! With our laser position, we're an X-wing.
Yeah, I guess we are.
At Too Many Games a few years ago, I actually printed off a bunch of Descent ships, little Vertigo ones for people to buy. I figured, hey, I should probably have some video game related merchandise at the video game convention.
Yeah, fair. I don't know if you've been following their accounts, but they're really going off with like the guest list this year.
Yep, I asked if it would be possible for me to attend this year, but unfortunately they had already things locked in. I might be at Too Many Games next year.
Okay.
Oh, you know a movie I did see in theaters? I forgot what it was, but like we got to see the Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. Fun cartoon film.
Yeah, the Earth blew up.
The Earth blew up. Yep. Okay, along with like Naked Gun coming out this year, like another one I want to see is the new Superman movie that's coming out, because like the trailer really gets amazing. There you go. The other two is the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, and another one for Megan 2.0, which is going for the kind of the
Terminator
slasher
2, the
action-
villain is now the good guy thing.
Something to that extent, yeah. Think of it like Child's Play 3. No, more like Bride of Chucky in a way.
Also, Captain Avenger says thoughts on the decision by Marvel for Thunderbolt Ross to become the Red Hulk.
There you are, cloaking device enemy. We'll see. I don't know about any of that. Also, wow, this is a large map with lots of doors.
No kidding. T Elite says, I'm watching the Minecraft movie on Tuesday, and speaking of Minecraft, hi, I do Minecraft skins. You can pay me to do almost anything. The Minecraft skin if you want. Linked in the stream description. Sorry.
There you go.
The screamed description.
The screamed description.
Yeah.
I'm the description!
Yeah, read it!
There you go.
Read me! Sorry. Speaking of links, people, don't forget, the AtopTheFourthWall action figures are going to be in development, but you can still.
Well, they're already out. I've shipped out a few of them yesterday, and the sales page for them is pinned to the top of the chat message.
There you go. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, the development is done. I'm just actually, trying to mass produce them. Here's a headless '90s dude.
Also, Benjamin Hall says there's going to be a Legally Blonde prequel.
What?
What?
I don't know. I never saw the first movie.
I have seen the first movie, so what prequel is there to tell?
Yeah, like.
Vulcan ammo.
But that doesn't make any sense. The first movie technically is the prequel. Like what? Like to. I don't get it.
It'll be
Whose
like
story
Monster Inc.
needed to be
It'll
told?
college days.
Not a pre. My brain hurts.
Hollywood is weird.
Yep.
Remember thing, pay for thing.
Okay, I don't think this is ever gonna happen, but like a sequel idea, at least for me, if Hollywood ever wanted to do this, for nostalgia's sake, like a sequel to That Thing You Do. I'm probably like the only one who remembers that movie.
I remember it. At least I remember the song mostly.
Oh man, the soundtrack is so good.
Also, by the way, I just googled it. Apparently, Jaws first appeared in The Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh.
That's the one. I knew it was a popular one.
Yeah, and then the second one, as you said, was Moonraker.
If I kill these cloaked enemies, I should get. If I kill these cloaked enemies, they should give me like a cloaking device.
Ooh, nice.
And by the way, Xandro, if you did see Austin Powers?
Yes, 1, 2, and 3. And I
Yeah,
just realized, oh, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah, there you go. And Gold Member is Goldfinger. But the henchman in the first movie, Odd Job, or Random Task, is named after Odd Job, and he throws a shoe instead of Odd Job, who throws his
hat, which has a razor sharp edge to it.
Yeah, cuts off a statue's head. First thing he does.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Who throws a shoe?
Yeah, exactly, like Odd Job
Honestly.
with his hat. The fight with Odd Job toward the end is like pretty amazing.
Okay, let me see the map. Okay, we have not been through there. We have the yellow key, which is all the way on the other side of the map. Oh, jeez. Let me see here.
Oh,
By the
another
way,
movie Go ahead,
Xandro, did you play GoldenEye on 64?
No, I had no interest in the game, honestly.
Okay, because if you played as Odd Job, you could throw his hat and it's an insta kill. It's just that you lose the hat, but still, it's an insta kill.
Yeah, Odd Job. It was considered bad form to play as Odd Job in the.
Yeah, because he's really short and he's hard to hit with a janky ass aiming system in that game.
Ah, there you go.
Also, Benjamin Hall says, "Wish we got the sequel series to Cruel Intentions."
Why?
Also, Odd Job was played by a pro wrestler. I did not know that.
Huh.
But he was certainly built. He was a tough guy.
Yep.
Also, Cruel Intentions? What? I'll Google it up myself.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Cruel Intentions is a movie. And it's a very good movie, but it's also just like, did they say a sequel to it? There is no
Okay,
need for a
Captain
sequel
Joystick,
to it.
Odd
There's no
Job
need for a
versus-
prequel to it.
Well, Captain Joystick said Odd Job versus Random Task, who wins? Well, Random Task hit Austin Powers square in the head with a shoe, and it worked exactly as you'd expected, whereas Odd Job cut off the head of a statue with his hat, so I think Odd Job wins.
Another movie I'm looking forward to wanting to see is like the other Disney movie, Ron Aries. Like, trailer went hard. I didn't even have the music on, and I was watching it. I'm like, what? Now I'm curious to watch the trailer again with the audio on.
The true Tron experience, play Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PlayStation 2.
That, and apparently, one of the another Kingdom Hearts game that has like a Tron game of Tron Legacy, too.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't know. I fell off after a point.
Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't have Tron. It's just like the in-betweens between
Okay.
2 and 3 had it.
Fair enough.
My friend has gone through a whole review series of reviewing all the Kingdom Hearts games.
Okay.
Yellow.
I just remember being weirded out by seeing Pirates of the Caribbean and Tron in Kingdom Hearts 2 because they're like realistic-looking people.
Yeah, I know, right?
It is back this way, I think.
It's like when you play Mario Odyssey and you go to New Donk City and you see what real people look like and you're like, oh, Mario's a cartoon character. Okay, Keyblade Mistress says it was Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance that had Tron Legacy.
Oh,
The 3D one, Dream, DDD.
Yep. Thank you, people! Thank you! I don't need to be told more than once!
Did you know it was Dream Drop Distance?
I will...
Well, you know,
think
Xandru, it was Dream Drop Distance.
Get it? There's 3 Ds because it was on the 3DS. It's like how every Nintendo DS game had a title with a D and an S in it, like Resident Evil, Deadly Silence, Dark Spire, you know, etc., etc.
Thank you for letting me know!
Look, I think you're losing sight of the real issue here, which is that it was Dream Drop Distance.
Oh my god, come on!
Not forget that.
I swear if my friend hears about this, the joke's just gonna continue.
Oh, I got 200 health, so we don't need the shields. There
Yes,
we go.
I get it. Dream Drop Distance, the 3Ds for the 3D for the Nintendo 3DS.
The Nintendo 3DS, you see.
Yes, I'm well underwear. Thank you very much.
My laser is maxed out.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ow.
Boom,
Oh
yeah.
God.
Brown Hulk. Red Keep.
Benjamin Hall says, there was a filmed plot to the series with Sarah Gellar. As for GoldenEye, there's a shadowed hiding place in the multiplayer map that lets you hide in plain sight. I remember you could like go into like events that nobody knew existed in Control. And I think it was an invisible wall in one other place.
Also, Avenger, how dare!
Invulnerability.
Yeah. Exclamation. You should be excited that you're invulnerable. I like this little, I don't know if bass is the right word, but that background, like, do 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 do.
Oh, watch out.
Alright, so is that the red door or is that the red key I've already gotten? I think that's the door. Let's find out.
I know, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
There we go.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
What is even happening right now?
Lots of brown hulks. Also, I don't think I've found the exit yet. Okay, the exit I think is back there. This is going to be complicated to get out of.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, man. They're only paying you triple your usual rate?
Now, where's the reactor? The reactor is in there. Anything I can collect before we kill it? Ah, cloaking device.
It's right there.
Yeah, but as long as I don't fire, it will assume I'm at the previous location. The cloaking device has a timer on it. Oh, let's position ourselves.
Get ready to save as well.
I haven't saved yet. Gabba gabba hey.
Alright, get out of here.
No, I think I used the cloaking device sound originally for the beam-in noises for Comicron 1 originally. I stopped doing that because, you know, copyrighted sounds. There we go.
There you go. Oh, nice.
Okay, so I need to go to the right and then up there.
Oh, there's a classic alarm sound.
Straight up.
Get away, whatever you are.
And
Is that
then
it? Look at now.
turn and away we go!
Exiting the mine. Yeah. Nice.
Ah, level 5 complete. That actually took less time than I thought it would. Alright. Venus nickel iron mine destroyed. Let me disable recording. Stop recording. Alright, so about 25 minutes left. Theoretically, we could probably do another mission depending on how long. I can't play Descent 1 without the CD soundtrack. I just can't. That's fair. So we have 25 minutes left, so we could theoretically keep going. I don't know how long the next mission's going to take. It is getting late in general, guys, because I know that like we started late today just because of in real life stuff. Chat, what do you think?
Yeah, I have my say, but chat, what do you say? Apparently you destroyed Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Iron mine.
I'll do it again, too! Let's roll the dice and go for one more. Night, one more. In 10 minutes will be tomorrow, at least in my time zone. Yeah, it's going to be... It's 10:50 right now. Shall we vote? Should I, like... I'll do a poll. One more level. Let's level name the poll here. Start a poll. One more level. Start poll.
I shall cast my vote.
Right now, yes is winning with 65% of the vote. 68. Big Jack Films only just got here. Hey, sorry I'm late. Don't worry, we're going. We started late.
Yeah. So you're on time.
57%. 59. We'll go until the minute rolls over. 57%. I love the Republic. Locuus, that sounds like future Linkara's problem.
If
55%.
no matter.
All right, I'm ending the poll here after a minute or so after this. So, end poll. We have yes. Continue on with one more level. So we're going to end at 10:15, or what happened, or if we somehow manage to finish level before then. Start recording again. Oop. New enemy. Oh, these things have got Vulcan cannons on them. So that's going to suck. These things are going to be hit scanners.
Oof.
Alright, Mercury. We've moved on to Mercury. Hope you can handle the heat, pilot. This one is going to be tough. The mines of Mercury are heavily infested. Proceed to standard orbital approach and prepare for insertion. Oh, right immediately, right away.
Oh my god!
You don't get a break.
Apparently. You don't get a break.
Got it.
They... Never mind, I lost my bad joke. Have we passed Jupiter yet? I don't know.
We'll say hi to the monolith if we do. My brother and I always shot at these little, enemy generators. I don't know if it actually ever did anything. Probably didn't. But we did it as if it would actually, like, stop them. I think they just release a set number of enemies and then they stop.
Maybe. Mercury, mind the bubbles.
There are those spider robots we were warned about.
Oh yeah, I think we did mention, like, the spider bots, like, crawling on the walls, so there's that.
They also released little tiny ones when they died.
Oh, can you put a mine on them, says Nightwing.
Oh, the generators?
Yeah, on the generators.
That's an interesting question.
What the fuck was that?
That was the thing we told you about. That was the thing that I'm pretty sure had a Vulcan cannon on it.
Ah.
Yeah, I bet we could put a mine on the generator. The problem is that it generates so quickly that we just don't have time to do so. And I want to remember what... Okay, B releases the bomb. And it can hurt us, which is why I'm also reluctant to release them.
Okay, so, like... Okay, Jack is funny enough, I'm thinking Sailor Moon at the moment.
Ow.
Wake up. But yeah, like, earlier, you were talking about, like, Sailor Moon, like, Vega watched the live show. Apparently, according to my friends, Sailor Moon can, like, defeat the cast of the Dragon Ball characters. I'm like, what?
I don't know about that, probably. Because power of love and all that. Hey, cloaking device.
I guess so.
Like, Death Battle had, like, Galaxia, like, the final boss of Sailor Moon versus Beerus. And, I believe Beerus won, but, like, she put up a legit fight. Like,
Shields are
Sailor
hitting
Moon
really.
villains are no joke.
I've got a feeling that, like, I mean, it is Death Battle. Like, they seem to always have, like, a favoritism of, like, who they want to win over, like, what they actually produce kind of thing.
Even so, when they describe what Galaxia, like, her origin was and what she did in the anime and manga, like, that is not what I thought Sailor Moon was when I was a kid.
Goddamn, is there a cloaked enemy in here?
Possibly. Also, Jack, why in the world would you want them to fight the original Power Ranger team? The Power Ranger team would get killed. If by that logic.
Like, the original Power Ranger team had trouble with putties at first.
We might get our first death soon.
No! Not the first death.
What are we doing on Vulcan ammo? Oh, we got full Vulcan ammo, sweet.
Ooh, there we go.
Take advantage of that.
And full concussion missiles.
Need a red key for this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Where are the shields?
Ow. Yeah, nothing's dropping shields. There's the yellow door. And again, unfortunately, Descent 2 introduced the converter, which allowed you to take energy from weapons and turn them into shields.
That's cool. It's very Star Trek. It's just like I'll reroute the power from this part of the ship to that part of the ship.
Yep. Okay.
That is no joke.
Let's see. Lucas. Fun fact 1, this game's engine was used for a D&D video game. Fun fact 2, this game is considered one of the worst D&D games ever made, in part because they used this game's engine. Huh.
What D&D game was this?
What D&D game would use a Descent engine?
It's kind of amazing because, like, there are a lot of D&D games.
Oh, there we go.
Ah.
Well, we gotta go get our stuff back.
Can you do that? You can recover your dropped stuff?
Yep, all that stuff that dropped out, we just get it over again.
Freaking Dark Souls over here.
Yo, Descent was when is basically Dark Souls 0.
Yeah, I can't believe that Dark Souls is the Descent of the 3D Metroidvania genre.
I can't believe that Dark Souls ripped off Descent.
Yeah, exactly.
Neo, this is the Descent.
It's just Descent.
Descent, okay. The Dark Souls of 3D shooter games.
The zombie U of 3D shooter games.
I think it was near around here where we died. It was in...
Yeah, it's Descent of the movie. I forgot about that. Oh no, your lasers are level 1.
Yep.
Can you get your laser power-ups back as well?
We should be able to.
Okay.
We went up and around. Yeah. There we go.
Don't know why I made a grunt noise. Oh, there's our stuff.
I don't think that's all of our stuff, but I think there was some useful stuff and some shields.
There we go.
Might not have been this way.
God in heaven.
Magneto shield.
Alright, so where is it that we died?
That is a great question.
Yep. Might have been over
Shields,
there.
we're gamers. We don't. Oh. Shields, we're gamers. We don't need shields. Says you.
You guys are gamers. I'm just some asshole who reviews comic books sometimes.
I'm a gamer, but I use a shield. I got good at dodge rolling in Dark Souls, but I still use a tower shield.
Plus, shields are actually your health in this game.
I just play games. I'm not very good at them, but I still play them.
We'll recover all our stuff eventually. It's just like there's so many doors in this level.
And there are more doors here than a door-to-door salesman.
Oh, I think this is our stuff.
Up.
There we go.
Nice.
We did it! Jersey!
That really is a cool mechanic, though. Because in Doom, if you died, you restart the level you were on, but with nothing.
Yep.
Like here, you kind of do that, but you can get it back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a full restart either.
Yeah, the dead enemies stay dead.
Yep. Fortunately, original problem persists where I have no idea where the hell I am.
I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am.
That narrows it down. Alright, so we go along, if we go along this path straight on and go to the left, there's a passage we haven't been to yet. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What the fuck?
Hit scanners, hate them.
Get that Avenger at Linkara. Does anyone have OnStar?
You're in a corridor and there are robots, if that helps.
That narrows it down. Ow. That was a mistake. Yeah, our own missiles can hurt us.
All fun. Friendly fire.
Fortunately, there are shields.
Heck yeah, there we go.
I think I triggered a monster closet. Okay, I have not been through this door yet. He hit us from behind. Yeah, we may not end this one today.
Ow,
Neo 232-100. This game is old. It's from 1994 or 5 or whatever it was.
Yep.
This is a straight game where you have an end goal. It's not like a roguelite. Like the levels are the same every time you play them. It's just crazy 3D movement.
Yep.
This was revolutionary back in the day. It's basically Doom with full 360 movement.
Yeah.
There we go. Weird. This is weird. Weird. This is I can't read today. Weird. This is this all. I cannot read. God, let's see. Weird.
Star Wars
This
reference is what it says.
All started with going to Tashi Station for power converters. That.
So it's back here.
Doom 60 no scope.
That's not bad. Even in Doom, you could do a 360 no scope. You just couldn't look up and down.
Yep.
It's funny. Just for a second, I was like, no, don't go in the lava. And like, wait, you're always flying.
Yeah, but the lava can't hurt you. Okay, so I took a wrong turn. The hostages. Go around this way. No. How do we get in there? A secret, maybe?
I think there might be a secret. Aha!
Look at me with my big brain plays.
Oh god. Take that door.
Fortunately, we have the hostages. Now what? I don't remember where we died exactly.
Professor! Lava! Hot! God, that episode... My god, that episode was so good. Funny episode, and like, really tragic until like,
Turn to the
like,
right through the door.
yeah, it was the first movie, that...
Way. Yes. Take a left. Okay, this is so much easier when I have the guide bot.
Linkara, you keep running over those hostages. It's like kicking that dog all over again.
There was no dog! Ah, there's all our guns.
My god.
Finally, blue key. Okay, so we gotta go all the way back this way. You know, it's late at night because we all gotten quiet.
Yeah, right.
Alright. Turn right. Yes. Straight on till morning.
Second mine from the right.
Hey.
Kind of like that, the alternating horizontal and vertical.
Yep. Ow.
Stop killing me and die!
Alright, no secrets that way. Whoop. Ow.
Avenger, I will hurt you.
Here we go.
Comedically. Hilariously.
Yellow key. Back the way we came.
Now you know how Crimson feels. No, see, there are times where I will enjoy a pun or two when I'm in the mood, but when people are telling me about, like, oh, air news isn't real, or, dude, Dream Job Districts, I will... And that's all I'm going to say, Lemon. I am going to focus on Linkara, kicking butt as a spaceship.
I'm gonna get this red key and the frickin' monster closets. Ah, God! I didn't even wait that long. Oh, ow, oh my God! Oh my God!
My God!
Wow, okay.
Bloodsider explosion took one out.
That's cool, that's a thing that can happen.
The good news is we got a straight. I think it's just a straight shot to get back in there and just shoot everything that moves. So I think the regenerators are going to be up and running again. Or not.
Gotta say it. It's a Trump.
It's a tarp. Ah, goddammit!
We are not doing a death count number, guys. Knock it off.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, never mind. Perform the death count.
Let the kids have their fun.
Let them have their tartar sauce.
What?
Making a Simpsons reference.
I don't know that one.
It's an early one.
I mean, like, the only reference to tartar sauce I can think of is, like, from, like, SpongeBob.
Can't remember the episode, but it's an early Simpsons one where Homer like has a suggestion, like, do you have any suggestions, Mr. Simpson? And it's just like, well, it's like the tartar sauce always comes in these tiny little tiny little things. So that's like, yes, I'll lull them into a false sense of security. Let them have their tartar sauce.
Yeah, it was like a happy worker is a harder worker or something like that. Because, yeah, Smithers is like, no, you can. Mr. Burns is like, wait a minute. And just the way he says it, like, menacingly, their tartar sauce.
God, yeah, those hit scanners were ass. Okay, we got the red key, so we'll finish the map and then we will get out of here, I think, assuming I don't die yet again.
Yeah, Mike Manhattan asks, did you see what Tom Brevoort said about Spider-Man and MJ's marriage, about how Spider-Man being single and dating other women is as synonymous as Daredevil being blind or something like that?
Sure, Jan.
Well, no, but I have now. Yeah, whatever.
Well, good for you, you're wrong.
Yeah, I stopped following Spider-Man in the 90s, so, like, whatever.
Alright, there's the exit. Oh, no. Instinctively, I just hit escape to save.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
I think was... Actually, straight ahead this way, wasn't it? It's right over here. Yeah. Easy peasy.
Hooray!
We have 10 health.
You got touch. You
Take
got
that,
the power.
Mercury.
There we go. 6 levels of descent completed.
Heck yeah.
Alright. Let me stop recording.
There you go.
Alright. So, this was the first of Descent 1. First stream of Descent 1. I think we're off to a good start here. I want to thank my wonderful guests, Lotus Prince.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I myself will be streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Suikoden 5. Wednesday for patrons, Onimusha 3. Friday, The Messenger. And I'm starting to release a co-op LP of Resident Evil 5, available for patrons now, available publicly soon.
And thank you, Xandru.
I will be streaming tomorrow, 4 p.m. On Twitch, doing an art stream. White Knight Chronicles 2 will resume on Tuesday. And first time playing Warframe on Friday, 7 p.m. And another shout out I want to give, like, I know like the Donathon was done for RNGesus, but like, guys, Streamloots is still open. If you have any extra money and stuff like that, and like, just buy some Streamloots cards like off stream and stuff like that. That'd be like really helpful and stuff like that to help with this move. Give a little like charity love is all I can ask.
Yeah. Otherwise, keep an eye out for the Spirit review in the next few days as I review the Spirit TV movie. Oop. I just accidentally ripped off this action figure's leg. I was going to show it off to you. 90s dude, what's happened to you? Half your head is missing too. And of course, Linkara here, magic gun. We already purchased that. 90s dude's gonna come with a little Gatling gun arm.
Nice.
And of course, Mechakara. Grrr. Buy those from the link in the pinned message. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back. There's a Spirit TV movie. Yeah, from like 1987. We'll be back next week with more of Descent as I collect footage for the eventual review of the Descent trilogy. You know, depending on how... I don't know if we're going to move on to Descent 2 on the streams while we're doing this, but we will see how it goes. Have everyone else have a good night. We'll be back next week with more Descent.
Good night.